Is that just Brad Pitt from Fight Club?
I was definitely picturing more of a Guy Fieri. This is the bookends.
Should we do our BTLs?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We do that.
BTL.
Okay, I'm kind of excited about mine. Okay, my BTL is about the search for Triple Falls. Triple Falls is where the story takes place in the book. And as we mentioned, we know it's in the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina. So I was like, I bet I'll be able to figure out where this takes place. So we'll see if Creepstine can find where Triple Falls is. So a couple of initial clues about Triple Falls. So Kate Stewart, the author, we know that she lives in the Blue Ridge Mountains somewhere because that's part of her bio. That's also the setting of the book. It talks about a small town that they have named Triple Falls. And if you Google search Triple Falls, there is a Triple Falls trailhead. It's not a town or anything, but the town is between Brevard and Hendersonville, North Carolina. So in my mind, I'm like, it's probably one of these towns because they're both kind of smaller and they kind of fit in also this other clue from Flock where they note that Asheville is 40 minutes away from wherever they live because she goes on a date with Dom into Asheville. So that's kind of like how I started to pinpoint where this could be. So here's a map. Here's Asheville. Hendersonville and Brevard are on either side of Triple Falls trailhead, and they're both right around 40 minutes from Asheville. In Exodus, however, they talk about in chapter 2 the Apple Festival that's downtown and it's on Main Street. I'm like, okay, this has to be Hendersonville, North Carolina, because that is where the Apple Festival is every year. It's over Labor Day. But the thing that threw me off is that she describes it as a poor man's street fair at best. So I'm imagining that it's just like kind of a sad little street fair in the book. But the Apple Festival in Hendersonville is like, it's so huge that it's uncomfortable to be around that many people walking around. Like Clayton and I went in 2015 and we've never gone back because of how many people there are. But I have some pictures.
Terrible.
Yeah, I have some pictures from the festival. So this is circa 2015 when we went. And in Hendersonville, they have all these painted bears throughout the town too. So we took a picture with one of the bears.
Cute.
Yeah. And oh yeah, okay, so let's go to the next one. So I'm like, how can I dig into this a little bit further and check or see if it's Hendersonville or Brevard or whatever? So I decided to join Kate Stewart's recovery room. It's a private Facebook group that I had to request to get in. And then once I got in, you can kind of see like what other fan theories might be as well. So I did this, and I noticed some other fans had theories about potentially Hendersonville as well. And this is where I hit a breakthrough. Kate Stewart tells us that Hendersonville is Triple Falls, and she goes on to explain where Sean's waterfall is. It's based on a real place. The restaurants that are mentioned in the book, the tattoo parlor, there's even like a midnight. Yeah, and a lot of these places Clayton and I have been to. So I'll go over here.
Clayton, you're Tobias.
Secret town. So Hendersonville, here's kind of where Main Street is. This is the main town. Moore Cove waterfall or whatever trailhead, that's where Sean's waterfall is, where they first kind of become a couple. It's a real trailhead. I don't think Clayton and I have done this. We'll definitely have to go check it out. But you can find the trailhead pretty easily, and I think it's an easy hike as well. And Granddad's Apples is where her and Sean had a midnight picnic at, which Clayton and I went to Granddad's Apples. We've been there quite a few times. We went in 2016 before it got really big. Now it's like so popular that it's kind of hard to really go there and enjoy yourself. But I have some pictures from there in 2016 when we went. There's little granddad's apple when you're actually in the orchard where you can pick your own apples. And then I had a little picture of me eating the apple cinnamon donuts. And then Main Street. So Kate Stewart does mention that Eddie's Bar, the tattoo parlor, and Sean's parents' restaurant all are based on real places, but she doesn't say which places they are. And I just so happened to be in Hendersonville a couple days ago and kind of drove through. I have a video of here where we can drive down Main Street. But I have a couple pictures from the town. So this is the map of Hendersonville, and the dotted line is Main Street. So that's where kind of everything is. It is a really cute little walkable street with lots of little storefronts. And this picture here, if you can see my mouse, the picture in the middle, that's the square with the main, I think it's like a courthouse or something. And that is in the book when she dances with Sean. There's like a band playing in front of this square, which they do have a band there for the Apple Festival. And then down Main Street, I don't know if you can see, I should have zoomed in a little bit more, but there is a picture of a place called the Dugout on Main Street. And I don't know if that is supposed to be Sean's parents' place or not, because again, Kate doesn't say, but that's just one guess I had because the place in the book is called the Pit Stop, and it's described as having photos of his family there. And there are lots of photos in the dugout, like used as decor and things, but I don't know. And here, I'll just give a little full screen. There's no sound, but you can just watch driving down Main Street in Hendersonville.
Did you go to Hendersonville and film this, or did you already have this?
Yeah, well, I was actually already there. I was going there anyway 2 days ago. So I was just like, oh, I'll drive down Main Street and take a video. Yeah.
Oh, whoa, you see that Camaro fly by really fast.
Okay,
stop.
They live, well, yeah, they're in Virginia right now, Michael.
Some other things I found through the group, kind of interesting. These are the guys that Kate Stewart imagined in the book. So the reason, what? Sean?
My muses, this is what says in the caption.
Yeah, Sean makes more sense to me now that I see this picture, that's what he's supposed to be based off of, I guess. But still, I wouldn't have really imagined that. Yeah.
Is that just Brad Pitt from Fight Club?
I was definitely picturing more of a Guy Fieri character, but that's fine.
And then this is supposed to be Dom, Tobias. She even has a muse for Tyler, even though he's not described well in the book, and Cecilia. And Cecilia is not really described that well either, other than everyone just thinks she's beautiful.
Dark hair.
Dark hair, yeah. Also, some other things I found. There is a fan conspiracy theory that Triple Falls is named Triple Falls because Cecilia fell for 3 different men. But I didn't find hard evidence that actually, I think it was just a happy accident. Depending on the version of the series that you might have, the ages could be slightly different. So you'll see this in the 3rd book. She goes on to say the 3rd book was never really meant to happen. It was supposed to always be just like a duet or duology. And when she wrote the 3rd book, she had to go back and fix some of the ages in Exodus and Flock to make the story work. So if you have like an old audiobook, for example, the ages might be a little bit different compared to the latest versions. Lots of people, lots of fans in this group talk about making pilgrimages. Pilgrimages?
Yeah. Pilgrimage?
To Hendersonville and the Apple Festival every year. So I bet if you go to the Apple Festival, you'll find some Ravenhood folks wandering around looking for Kate Stewart.
I can confirm there's a bunch of weirdos at the Apple Festival. So yes.
Maybe that's why it's so crowded, because of these books. Maybe it used to be a poor
Sweaty?
man's street fair.
And some other book recommendations for if you liked this book. There were lots on the group chat, but here's some of the ones that were kind of repeated over and over again. The Wolf Hotel series by K.A. Tucker, the Carnage series by Leslie Jones, and there's a Cat and Mouse duet by H.D. Carlton. So
Is that a man?
if you liked what?
H.G. Carlton, written by a man?
I don't know. But if you liked Ravenhood, which I know all of you did, then you should pick up some of these book series.
Michael's taking notes right now.
So yeah, that's my BTO. And I had fun creeping around the internet trying to figure out where this was.
Truly amazing,
natural
actually.
habitat.
That's it. Is there anything else we got to do?
Yeah, if you love hearing about books like this and books not like this, like, follow, subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.